Hello and welcome to 1320, the coolest hangout for youth, teens, everyone in between, infinity and beyond. My name is Omniman. It's not even convincing, but yes, welcome to this week's episode. My name is Joseph Rafiki. For those who don't know me, and for those who know me, my name is Joseph Rafiki. So today we are going to tackle something. Okay, we are going to be looking into the word of the Lord, but we are looking at it with conviction. We're looking at it at different perspective, not just reading or just sharing points because that's what we normally do. But this time I want us to truly understand what we are going to be talking about today. And what are we talking about? Trust me, we will know by the end of this episode. So stick around. So I am going to just go straight into it. Deep dive, okay? Okay, so we know in heaven we are going to be celebrating and worshiping, right? That's what we know. We are 100% sure. That's like the promise and game thingy. Anyway, so if that's what we are supposed to do in heaven, that means on earth it's not like we're supposed to be miserable and everything. We're supposed to have that same type of joy, have that same type of energy that we'll be having. It's like we are preparing for eternal celebration. And how do we do that? Why do we do that? We do that because joy is a command that changes our outlook. Think of this situation, yeah? You walk into a room full of people. Then there's this one person who's extremely happy, like vibrant, jovial. That person will catch the attention of most of the people, right? In a good way. And they'll be like, okay, so what's up with this guy? This guy is really happy. I want to know what's making him this happy. Then there's another person, same room, is like sitting in a corner with a hoodie on, just brooding. People will see that person, yes, but then they won't have that same sort of like approach in what they think of the person. They'll be like, okay, huyu jamaa kona shida gani? Mbona iko hivi? What's wrong with this person? Why is this person bringing the energy down? Same thing, okay? That's how you're supposed to be. Not the brooding type. You're supposed to be very happy. You're supposed to be joyous. Yes, joyous. Joyful, joyous. Joyous. Yeah, and although we live in a very complicated world where we have trials, tribulations, and everything hitting us left, right, and center, we need to rejoice because that is basically how we are supposed to live through life. You're not supposed to live through life miserable. You're supposed to be happy in the things that happen. Rejoice because you're awake. Rejoice because you actually have the strength to listen to this episode. The small things. You don't need to rejoice because you've won 1 million shillings. Yeah, cheza lotto and no. Small things. Okay? And so when we look around the world, especially like in our current age, it's very rare for you to see like happy moments because everybody, for some reason, I don't know why, they glorified like that low energy depression type feeling. For some reason that thing has been glorified throughout the ages. You can find somebody doing something absolutely magnificent, let's say on social media, right? They have like 12,000 likes, but then somebody else just posting a video of them sad, okay, or them complaining about something, then it has 496,000 likes. You wonder what is happening. Why is it that the thing that we are supposed to try and avoid getting so much attention more than the thing that we are supposed to embrace? We should remember that joy is a command that changes the outlook. How we feel is basically how we will be. Somebody with low energy, somebody who is sad and everything, it's very rare for them to like perform tasks like hivi. But somebody who is happy, let's say to be at a certain place, akiambia fanya kitu ashaifanya, doing things with zeal, unapata things get done faster. It's like more productive, and in the end you just feel like that satisfaction about it. If you're an employer and you have those two types of employees, One is just gloomy, and the other one is, like pumped. It's very easy for you to take a liking to the one who is pumped than to the one who is gloomy. And it's very easy for you to give like tasks and promotions to the ones who are pumped instead of the ones who are gloomy. How we are is basically how we become. Hmm. Okay, that one was weird. I am become joyous. For those who know where that reference is from. Anyway, the Bible commands us in Philippians 4:4. I know you're singing this song already in your head. Rejoice in the Lord always, and again I say rejoice. Yes. We've sung that thing very many times, but how many times have we meant it? Yeah, it just happens. So we need to mean whatever we say. We need to mean whatever we sing. It's basically less of singing and more of declaring to yourself. I don't know, self-declaration. That sounds like something in programming. Anyway, I digress. Point number 2, okay? Remember, number 1 was joy is a command that changes our outlook. Number 2, joy as an instruction changes our direction. Oh, okay, I like the sound of that. Anyway, how does this come to be? Well, focusing on the first point, what I said earlier. When you are happy, when you are excited for something, it's easy for you to do something, to do that thing and do it well, right? Lack of it does the opposite. You won't do it. You won't feel the same way, and you won't really try to like achieve whatever you're supposed to achieve because you don't have that energy. You really don't want to be there. And it's just sad. Okay, it's sad for us not to achieve what we are supposed to just because we don't have that energy. We are sad, gloomy people. It's sad to say, but that's true. We have become a sad generation, and that is something that people think is cool. I don't know. That is weird nowadays. Psalm 118 verse 24 says, "This is the day that the Lord has made. Rejoice and be glad in it." Yes, another song that we used to sing back in the day. You know that thing, yeah, how you wake up in the morning determines your day. Basically this point. If you wake up and you're like, you're grumpy, that day will not be as good or fulfilling to you. But then if you wake up and you're like, oof, let's get it, let's go, you'd have a lot of energy. You'd feel that the day is going well. And that is how you're supposed to live. Remember, this is the day that the Lord has made. Literally. I'm telling you, I'm not reading, I'm telling you, this is the day that the Lord has made. And you will rejoice and be glad in it. Yes, you, the one watching or listening. Then the pointing won't really work. Anyway. So, we are not shadowboxing. Okay? I'm not creating this. It's right here. We're not shadowboxing. We are not without His help. Okay? We need God's help for this. Because it is He who gives us joy. Oh, I said it right the first time. It is He who gives. Yes. So a day filled with joy is a day spent in the presence of God. Okay? David, the psalmist, has written very many psalms talking about this situation. Him being in the presence of God, it gives him rest, it gives him peace, it gives him joy. If that happened for a king that had all these responsibilities, it can happen for you and I, the regular human being. Yeah, that's just how it is. So remember, it's an instruction that changes our direction. How we do things, how we undertake things is basically dependent on how we are, on how we feel. And yes, that sounds like common knowledge. But then we should try our best to rejoice. Okay? Be happy about everything, basically. Even in the tough times, be happy that you're passing through that tough time because you know it will only get better. Point number 3. Joy is a promise in the midst of sorrow. Tying I don't know how I do this, okay? It's like I kind of bring in the next point in my previous point. So, From my previous point, remember what I said, even in the tough times, be joyous. Because let me give you another situation, right? So you have, okay, this one is it's a bit dark. So you have like two sets of hostages. One is all scared and they are giving up. Number two, they have hope. They're like, you know what? It's not that bad. We'll get out. It's fine, guys. It's fine. Okay, I don't know if you can be happy in that situation, but you get the point. You need to come out of sorrow, because with sorrow comes despair, with joy comes hope. Write that down, write that down. Yeah. And all we need to do as human beings is allow God to guide us, okay, to help us not to get sucked into sorrow. Because trust me, in as much as everything is happening around you, you're the one who decides if you're going to be happy or sad. Technically, it's all up to you. You're the one who decides this. Believe it or not, it sounds weird, I know. So you're telling me, oh, if something bad happens to me, you want me to be happy. I mean, not exactly, but what are you going to do about it? That's how I want you to look at this. If you look at it with the perspective of, you know what, it has happened, but it is fine. You are way, way further ahead than the person who is like, oh, why has this happened to me? Oh, nini. Let us try our best, okay? Because I don't know if this is the verse that we are talking about. Actually, yes, this is the verse. This is the verse. I knew it. Sorrow may endure in the night, but joy comes in the morning. Yes, yes. Have you found yourself in those situations when you're sad, then you sleep, and then when you wake up, you're happy? Yes, this is basically it, but in our day and time. And yes, trouble will come. Loss and suffering is inevitable. But what we do about it, okay? I'm literally going to use the Avengers for this one. What happened when Thanos snapped? They gave up. Hulk was, hulking, and Thor just became chubby. He gave up. Although it was the worst thing that had happened to them, he gave up. But then somebody came up with an idea. Ant-Man, he did not let the surrounding and the gloom of the people ruin his flow. He decided, you know what, we can fix this. We are the earth's mightiest heroes. We can fix this. And I know it's a very weird example to use because they are fictional characters, but you get the point. They did not stop because the situation was unfavorable to them. Why should we? Why should we? We are literally the children of God. Why should we just be sad and not move because something bad is happening to us? Imagine if something bad happening to all those great people in the Bible, yeah, and they decided to stop. If Abraham decided to stop waiting for a son, if Joseph decided to stop believing in the dream, imagine all of these great people would not be great if they would have let whatever is around them consume them. Okay? So yes, seasons come and go. But then you are the one to decide how you're going to move. And my advice, pick the joy side, okay? Pick the joy side, joy boy. For those who watch One Piece, you know what that is. Anyway, yeah, and I guess that's it for me this week. It was short, yes, straight to the point. But yeah, we have come to learn that joy is everything. We need joy as our fuel. And joy is also the result of joy. So yeah, thank you for watching. Let me pray, and we shall go on from there. Okay, close your eyes. Dear Heavenly Father, I come before you this lovely moment, thanking you for this word, thanking you, Father, for the day that you've given us, and help us acknowledge, appreciate, and rejoice in it, because, Father, you had a reason for us being here this day. And I pray, Father, even for this word, I pray, Father, that it may seep into our hearts, that we may understand that joy, Father, is a command that comes from you. that changes our outlook, that gives us a direction, and that is a promise in the midst of sorrow. I pray, Almighty Jehovah God, even as we go into this week, you may be with us. You may guide us. You may help us remember all these things that we've learned today. That you may give us joy and joy in abundance. That you may give us a strength. That you may help us in our tough times, and in whatever we do, Father. Glory and honor will be unto you. Thank you even for the team behind 1320. Thank you for the people who are watching, who have taken the time of their day to listen to this. I pray, Father, that you may bless them abundantly. I pray, Father, that you may bless them beyond measure, King of all glory. And for everything, Father, that I have not prayed for, I pray the Holy Spirit may intercede. In Jesus' name, I pray, trusting and believing. Amen. Thank you for listening. It has been fun. It has been real. Bye.